Okay. Do we have any questions about the quiz I gave back? Start with that. No? Okay. We had 2 lessons today. 3-2 and 3-4. Oh yeah, we already did do inequalities. You're right. 3-4 and 3-5. Okay. Was 3-4 so much fun? Did y'all love it?
No, I did not.
Did you make about 100 mistakes?
Yes, but
And
I
it
think they were
messed
minor
everything up?
I think they were minor mistakes.
They probably were.
So
So let's see. We did what? 6 through? No, yeah. 2 through 18, I believe it was. That sounds right.
because the next lesson was 2.
Number 2 is -2. 2, -5. Number 4 is 3, -4, 8. 6 is -8. 4, -4. 10, no. 6, what did I say? 6 is -8, 4, -4. 8 is 8, -3, 2. 10 is no solution. 12 is -1, 3, 7. 14 is -8, -7, -5. 16 is 6, 3, -4. 18a is x plus y plus z equals 24, and 3x plus 2y plus z equals 53, and x equals y plus z. 18b is 7 swimmers placed third, 5 swimmers placed second, and 12 swimmers placed first. 18c, the statement is false because when you solve for the second place, you get a negative as an answer, and you cannot have a negative person. Not talking about attitude, of course, because if we were, you could definitely have a negative person. Could we do number 6? Yes, we could. Number 6, here we go. -5x plus y minus 4z equals 60, and 2x plus 4y plus 3z equals -12. 6x minus 3y minus 2z equals -52. All right. Which variable do we want to hack and slash first?
Y.
Because, no, I'm just kidding. Sounds fine. Y sounds great. All right, so for equations 1 and 2, all right, what do we want to multiply the top one times?
-4.
-4 sounds great. Okay, so -5x times -4 is what? 20x. -4 times y is? Thank you. -4z times -4 is what? No, it'd be 20. I don't know why I wrote 2. -4z times -4 is what?
-16z.
Positive 16z. Watch those signs. They're sneaky. And then 60 times -4 is what?
-240.
-240. Oops. Forgot the z. And then we'll just write down the second one, right? So 2x plus 4y plus 3z equals negative 12. Then we're going to eliminate, right? The y's go away because negative 4y plus 4y is 0y, which is 0. 20x plus 2x is what? 22x. And then 16z plus 3z is what? 19z is correct. And then negative 240 minus 12 is what? Negative 252. All right? So we did 1 and 2. What should we do now?
1 and 3.
1 and 3 looks good. Because this one's just a y, right? That's why we're taking care of why we're doing that one. Because we only have to multiply times one thing. So this is done with. What are we going to multiply this one times now? Yeah, positive 3, right? Because then it'll be the opposite of this one. So 3 times negative 5x is what? Negative 15x. 3 times y is 3y. Don't worry, I got the easy one. 3 times negative 4z is what? Negative 12z. And then 3 times 60 is 180. Then write down that third one. 6x minus 3y minus 2z equals negative 52. We're going to eliminate once again. Y's go away, which is good. We wanted the y's to go away on both of them. If they didn't, we got a problem. So negative 15x plus 6x is? Negative 9x, yes. The negative 12z minus 2z is what? Z. And then 180 minus 52 is what?
It's 127.
Yeah, 128. What is happening? Yeah.
Jameson, you're never gonna get to live down Weasel Crew ever. I'm so sorry, but it's stuck.
What do you mean?
Weasel Crew from
Yeah, I know what you mean, but
no, it was just really funny.
It's just really funny. Weasel Crew.
yeah.
Wiesel.
Oh my gosh, is that a AI generated duck on a Jeep? No, my aunt made it. Oh, didn't answer the question. Maybe.
Did you use AI?
I don't know. I don't know she makes them.
Stupid Apple nonsense access point. That's the best we're going to get. All right, keep on going.
Crazy.
This video, if you happen to use it later, is going to be choppy. Sorry about you.
That's okay.
AI is scary, man.
The AI is scary. What are you saying?
The new AI, the Saurus, dude.
Oh my gosh. You listen to too much nonsense.
Yeah, sorry.
AI.
AI is not scary. Probably not gonna be.
Until it ends up overpowering us.
Water happened to that piece of paper along with
The paper got
a
waterlogged.
very colorful quiz.
The paper got waterlogged.
Yeah, it's okay. No, the paper started to take a bath. Clean itself up a little bit.
Okay, what should we do next on this problem?
Should we put the 2 and then eliminate them?
Yeah, we're gonna solve the 2x2 system, right? So we've got 22x plus 19z equals 252, and negative 9x minus 14z equals 128.
Negative 250.
Oh yeah. I didn't write it down. You did though, because you wrote it down right. Good job. Now what? Oh, look, it fixed it. Good. I need to purchase some Velcro, apparently. Okay. Yeah, what should we, no, least, not greatest. Because infinity, right? Right, so least common multiple of something. What do you want? Y, X's or Z's? Z's, sure, why not? What are we going to multiply the top one times? 14 sounds great. What about the bottom one? 19 sounds just fine by me. What is 14 times 22x? 308x. That's what you got before. Did you double check it?
Yeah.
Because you missed this one, so clearly there was a mistake somewhere. Somebody else play along. What's 22x times 14?
Yeah,
You can 308.
X.
14 times 19z.
266.
I can read it up.
Yeah.
Z.
Negative 252 times 14.
It's negative 3,528.
528. Now what? 19 times negative 9x is what?
2,432.
There's no way that's right.
Negative 171.
Negative 9x times 19.
You're asking the 128.
It's negative what? 128 times 19.
2,432.
2,432. Then we eliminate. The z's cancel out. Yippee skippy. What's 308x minus 171x?
137. X.
And negative 3,528 plus 2,432.
Negative 1,096.
Then we divide.
X equals negative 8.
Negative 8. Great. Now what?
Now you take -8 and plug it back in for one of the other two problems.
Yep, which one?
The bottom one.
Sounds good. The bottom one. So this one over here. No, I'm just kidding. These one into right there. -9 times minus 14z equals 128. -8. What's -9 times -8? 72. Now what?
Subtract 72 on both sides.
Subtract 72 on both sides. And what do you get?
-56.
It's definitely positive,
Oh,
whatever
yeah.
else it is.
56.
Positive 5 and 6, yeah, 56. Sounds accurate to me. Then divide by -14, and we get z equals -4. Too many ways to make little mistakes. Now what are we going to do?
Plug those two back into one of the
Great, which one?
middle one.
I'm going to do the top one because y is already like no division required, but any of them would be fine. -5 times plus y minus 4 times equals 60. So we're going to plug in for x, we're going to plug in.
-8.
Are you making 95s and above on everything? The answer is no. So put that away and play along with everybody else in class. -8. -4. -5 times -8 is what? 40. Did you already figure out what your mistake was?
Yeah, I presume
Some sign mistake or something?
it was -12 and positive.
Yep. Gotta watch those signs. They're gonna get you. 56 equals 60. Subtract the 56. Or so the answer is -8 for -4. Easy peasy.
When they're using different variables that aren't know what order.
I do it in alphabetical order. Which is what the book seems to do as well. So. Usually if you're using variables that aren't x, y, and z, then it's like some real world problem or something, and it would be like socks or something, right? So. What other questions from this lesson?
16? Yeah.
Oh yeah, 16 is
If you say
Act-
done,
it's actually like pretty easy, but
I believe
a little bit different.
Yeah. If I taught a little less leap than that, I'm sure it would make a lot of sense. But I made
Well, 16 is one that we might, well, let me get it up on the board and we'll kind of take a look at what's what. But we might kind of solve it with substitution. Might, maybe. We shall see. You could solve it with elimination, or Kramer's rule, or inverses, or row operations. Most of those you're not going to learn this year, but, well, probably about half of those actually. Because you're going to learn inverses and Kramer's rule. But you won't do inverses for a 3x3 because I'm not going to teach you how to find the inverse of a 3x3 matrix. Sorry, trying to decide. There's a lot of different ways we could go on this particular problem. And I would argue that despite your naysaying, this problem is a little bit fun.
Okay, Mr. Sean. I believe that it is fun for you. Yeah.
So our goal ultimately is to get down to one equation with one variable. I mean, that's really kind of our first driving force, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Could you just do 1 and 2, and then do
what if I solve the first one for x? How could I do that?
by getting everything on the other side?
True, how?
By subtraction.
Yeah, so what if I subtract 2y from both sides? So now I've got the equation x equals 12 minus 2y. What can I do with that?
Substitute back in for one of the problems.
Yeah, which one?
The bottom one.
Third one's the only one that's got an x, right? Yeah? Easy money, so yeah, exactly. So now I've got the equation 12 minus 2y plus 6y plus z equals 20. What can I do with that?
Couldn't you combine like terms?
We certainly could combine like terms. Where are they?
The -2 and the 6.
The -2y and the 6y, true enough. We could also go ahead and subtract 12 from both sides, right? Get him with his buddy. And then, yeah, we've got these like terms. -2y plus 6y is 4y equals 8. Now what could I do? Do I have another equation that has those same variables in it?
Yeah.
I do. If I have two equations with the same variables, then I can solve that little system. So I can take this one and do something with this one. So I got 3y minus 4z equals 25. Which we could solve with elimination or substitution. It's probably about the same difficulty on this particular part right here. So what do you want to do? I heard multiplication, I heard elimination. Somebody's got to give me something slightly more specific before we can figure out what to do.
Multiply the top one by 4.
Sure.
Yeah, that.
Multiply the top one by 4 sounds just fine. Four times 4y is what?
16y.
16y. And then 4 times z is 4z. 4 times 8 is 36. I know. I actually said it backwards on purpose that time. I just thought I would see what would happen.
I was fully ready to believe you. I'm like, okay.
Then we eliminate, right? Those cancel. 3y plus 16y is 19y. 25 plus 32 is 57. Then we divide by 19. What does y equal? 3.
Could you substitute that back in for the x equals 12 minus 2y?
You could plug it up in here, that's true, and go ahead and get x. That would be fine. That's not what I was thinking to do next, but that's a great thing to do next. Why not? Plug it back up into here. X equals. We're going unconventional, right? Plug a 3 in there. Sometimes there's easier ways to get there, and about it in Algebra 2 is where I'm starting to push you to start to look for the easier ways a little bit when you can. 2 times 3 is 6. 12 minus 6 is 6. Now what could we do?
Substitute those two back in for the
Sure, plug those back into the third one. You could always just plug y in one of these. Any of that is optional. 6 plus 6 times 3 plus z equals 20. 6 times 3 is 18, plus 6 is 24. Subtract 24 from both sides. Z equals -4. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
It's -4 for the last one.
Yeah, I don't know why I wrote 6 twice. Sorry. I was thinking, what happens is I start thinking about something else, and my hand goes into autopilot and writes whatever the heck happens. Because I start thinking about what to say next. So if you solve this by elimination, what would you do? I would eliminate the z's from the second and the third if it were me. Because then you have an x and a y with an x and a y. We did ultimately do substitution. And then we did a little elimination. And then we went back with some more substitution. We use all kinds of tools in our tool belt. All kinds of things. Great, grand, glorious. We certainly might. Before we contemplate our own demise, let's look at the next lesson. Operations with matrices.
Yay. Oh, yay.
What numbers did we do?
2 through 14 plus 15.
2 through 14 and also 15.
And also 15.
And also 15. Okay.
But also,
Number 2 is the 1 by 3 matrix, 3, -5, 7. Number 4 is the 2 by 2 matrix, -2, -18, 11, 13. Number 6 is the 3 by 3 matrix, 18, 12, 0, -6, 42, -24, -12, -18, 21. 8 is the 2 by 2 matrix, 24, -14, 38. 10 es imposible. Number 12A, test 1 is the 3 by 1 matrix, 85, 75, 96. Test 2 is the 3 by 1 matrix, 72, 74, 83. 12B is the 3 by 1 matrix, 157, 149, 179. 12C is the 3 by 1 matrix, 13, 113. 14 is the 2 by 2 matrix, 6, 6, -15, -1. And 15 is also, in fact, impossible.
On 12, how do you figure out if it's 3 by 1 or 1 by 2?
Row by column. So it's a 3 by 1. So 3 rows by 1 column.
Yeah, but could you do it the other way and would that still be right? Or would it be kind of wrong?
So arguably this one, you could do it either way. You could represent the data either way. They are kind of given to you as 3 by 1 matrices, but arguably on this particular question, you could do it either way, and it would be right. What other questions do we have from that lesson?
can we do 4?
4 we can do. I'm ready to get to some polynomials here. Actually, Kramer's rule is fun. We'll enjoy that. Actually, we won't get to Kramer's rule quite. We will get to multiplying matrices, right? Is that what we're doing? Yes, great. Y'all will love it. Lots of colors.
Yay.
You don't have to use the colors, but it will keep you organized in something that isn't hard but is tedious. So, and this one, yeah, definitely. All right, number 4, we got this guy. 7, -12, 15, 4, minus 9, 6, 4, negative 9. Ooh. So we're subtracting a couple of matrices. So what's 7 minus 9? Negative 2. What's negative 12 minus 6?
Negative 18.
What's 15 minus 4?
11.
11. And the one really tricksy bit is we got 4 minus negative 9. What's going to happen there?
It's 13.
It is 13. Why is it 13? Because you ka-chink those. So it's 13. I have said this many times afore now. It probably won't be the last. I'll probably quit saying it if you take pre-cal and just let you sink or swim without yelling at you. Probably. You should take pre-cal. Pre-cal is fun. Because in pre-cal, we get to do some of the stuff in this lesson, the polynomial lesson, like the matrices, right? All this stuff that you're like dealing with right now, and you got these whole pages. When we take pre-cal, you learn another method, and then you learn how to shove it in your graphing calculator and push enter. So pre-cal's fun. It's a lot, but it's fun. Anyway, what I was saying is, if you are in the habit of not doing your homework before class, do your homework. All of it. Try all of it. All of it. Every last dadgum bit of it. Don't skip a problem because it's scary. Go ahead and make mistakes on the homework so that you can engage with it and make sure you understand what's going on. If I'm yelling at no one, that's fine. I wasted a good yelling. That's a me problem, not a you problem. But if I'm yelling at you, do your flipping homework. Also, if you're not turning in your homework, turn in your homework along with your notes videos in Google Classroom. If you can't figure out how to do that, hit me up and I'll help you figure it out. Turn it in. Why would you get zeros for something you did? Yes, sir?
I didn't try this in last time.
Good. Turn it in.
You should do that.
Yeah, I
You
didn't
have
do
to
that.
The punishment in my class has always been, will always be, for not doing your work, the punishment is doing your work. Easy peasy? Okay, good. Any other questions from this lesson?
We did 8.
repeat from the last lesson.
Which one from last lesson? Yeah, probably. 8. What'd you say?
8.
8? We'll do 8 and then we'll do whatever you said.
Yeah, we should do the big word problem from the last one. Because word problems are scary and they have units or so.
Did you try it?
Yes.
Okay, good.
And
Good.
they're not so well. It kind of.
I have. I've said this before, I believe. But I have refused to do a word problem in class because nobody tried it.
I'm trying, I swear.
That's good. I'm just saying. Don't just look at the words and be scared. Give it a shot. If you fail miserably, that's fine. You'll probably learn something about what happened. But if you don't do nothing, you ain't gonna learn nothing. 8 says we do that, and it also tells us that A is the matrix 6, negative 4, 3, negative 5. And B is the matrix 8, negative 1, negative 2, 7. Okay, so let's just write this matrix equation with the matrices shoved into it, right? 4 times B, which is that one, negative 1, negative 2, 7, minus 2, times the matrix 6, negative 4, 3, negative 5. What do we got to deal with first on this problem? Yeah, it's kind of like distributing, but yeah, the scalars, right? Yeah, you gotta deal with the scalars. So what's 4 times 8? 32. 4 times -1 is -4. 4 times -2 is -8. 4 times 7 is 28. Go ahead and distribute that -2. Watch those signs, right? Now, if you distribute -2, this is going to turn into a plus, right? Which could be another place you could get tricksy. -2 times 6 is -12. -2 times -4 is +8. -2 times 3 is -6. -2 times -5 is +10. Now we're adding these up. 32 plus -12 is 20. -4 plus 8 is 4. -8 plus -6 is -14. And 28 plus 10 is 38. All right, what are you asking for?
18.
Other than a beating?
Okay. I mean, I usually do that Tuesday evenings.
I see.
Kickboxing, but like,
Right.
I can do it earlier.
Yeah.
I'll throw up my day though.
Kickboxing.
You're in kickboxing?
You do like American kickboxing?
American style, karate, kickboxing, Muay Thai, TKB, Jiu-Jitsu.
But you just say kickboxing because otherwise you'd have to go into all these things.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, usually I say MMA because it's even more.
Sure. The posted results of a recent high school swim meet state that 24 individuals placed, earning a combined total of 53 points. First place earned 3 points, second place earned 2 points, and third place earned 1 point. There were as many first place finishers. There were as many, what am I saying? There were as many first place finishers as second place and third place finishers combined. Okay, so it's going to be useful to label our variables, right? Let x equal first place. Y equals second place. And z equal third place. Okay. I cannot stress this enough. When you go to chemistry or even more to physics, when you're doing a word problem, if you write down the variables with their units, it will make those problems like cake. Because then you just have to match the units to your formula charts and shove stuff in. And then it's easy peasy. Even when you do trig stuff in physics, it's easy peasy because you just push the button on your calculator and make sure you're in degrees and you're good to go. Oh my gosh, these people are about to drive me crazy.
I wonder what they're doing.
Being loud. Shh, or go away from here. Or both.
I wonder what kind of cake this is similar to.
Anyway. Okay, great. So it says that 24 individuals placed. So the first place people plus the second place people plus the third place people equals 24, right? So equation number 1. We have 3 variables, so we're going to have to somehow, hopefully, get 3 equations. Okay, so then it says first place earned 3 points. It says there were 53 points total, and first place earned 3 points, second place earned 2 points, and third place earned 1 point. So 3 times the number of first placers plus 2 times the number of second placers plus 1 times the number of third placers equals the total of 53 points, right? And then it gives us one more little like straight up math class type of equation, right? It says that there were as many first place as second and third place combined. So first place equals second and third place combined. Right?
Well, that just made this a bit more complicated.
That makes, okay.
No, it made it easier.
Yeah.
All right, we got all kinds of methods to solve this problem.
Could you substitute the y and z for the top one
And the second one.
and the second one, but the top one?
I'm saying do both. And then you have two equations with y and z. You could do that. Or you could do elimination with the first one and the last one starting there. But then you have to do other stuff. So yeah, I think substituting into these two things, it sounds like a grand idea. The grand conspiracy.
That seems like a good
So y plus z plus y plus z equals 24. And 3 times the quantity y plus z plus 2y plus z equals 53. What do we do up here?
2y plus 2z.
Yep, because you're combining like terms. 2y plus 2z equals 24. What else can we do to make this one even simpler?
Y plus z equals 12. Divide
Yeah, divide everything by 2. That's true. Divide everything by 2 and you get that. Yes, 12. Y plus z equals 12. Great. What will we do down here?
Distribute.
Distribute sounds lovely. 3 times y is, you guessed it, 3y. 3 times z is 3z plus 2y plus z equals 53. Like terms again, we've got 5y plus 4z equals 53. Now what? Put those together and do something with them. Substitution or elimination would probably be about the same level of complication on this particular problem. So let's do substitution, because I told you so. Why not? But I like elimination better.
Yeah, that is what we're like. Thank you for noticing.
So y equals 12 minus z. Plugged in over here. We've got 5 times 12 minus z plus 4z equals 53. Distribute.
This is getting fun.
Good. 60 minus 5z plus 4z equals 53. Combine like terms. 60. Why don't we subtract 60 from both sides at the same time? Sound grand? So negative z equals negative 7. Divide by negative 1, z equals 7. Now what?
Put it back into the top equation.
Yeah, we can even put it in the one that we already solved. 12 minus 7 is 5. So y equals 5. Now what? Great. 7 plus 5 is 12. So there are 12 first place people. Which the equations, of course, were the answer to A, and then that's answer to B, probably. Yeah, 7, 5, and 12. Somewhere there. Oof. And then part C, what does part C say? Part C's got to be something different. Suppose that the athletes scored a combined total of 47 points. Is it true or false? So to do part C, you would change this number to 47, solve again, and apparently, according to the key, one of them shows up negative, and so it's like that didn't happen. It's a lie. Somebody made a calculation error somewhere. You people are stupid because of math. There's all kinds of cool stories about that IRL. Did you know that Neptune was discovered because math before it was discovered by just astronomers? They were like, these planets, these bodies are behaving. There's got to be a planet there. Sure enough, there's a planet there. Math is cool. All right. Time is it? Take a quiz.
Oh,
You got it, guys.
my back hurts. I can't take a quiz.
My back hurts.
Back hurts.
Okay, old man.
My brain hurts.
My back hurts. I can't take a quiz. Okay.
Okay.
Quiz 3-4.
No, I was hoping we do from nature.
Because this is the one that we need to see whether you got it or not.
Correct.
165 number
Can we also do a 3-5?
3.
No, wait, that's not.
Wait.
Slow down. No.
I actually like nature seeds.
Wait. Let me ask you something. No, tell you something. What does he say? I don't know.
Just under 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is a make or break quiz.
Make or
Yeah,
break.
for sure, but why? Well, I mean,
Well, it's probably worth like 25 points by itself, probably.